What's up, guys? So I know it's been a while since I posted a video. Not too many crazy things going on, but we're approaching March, and March is when we're going through it's when our price change happens. So in my podcast, it's called Garage Gym Startup. I actually talk all about this in our newest episode about the price change, and it's hard. It was a hard step for us to take because we know that when the price change happens, you end up losing members and members that have been with you for a very long time and people you really care about. And sometimes there's this misunderstanding that people think that us, and I say us, my wife is over here, as gym owners and people who are watching or as business owners in general, they think that a price change is a money grab, right? And I'm not saying that people who stop coming to the gym think this, but some people do have this in the back of their mind where it's like, there they go again, raising prices, or not again, since we've never done it. But there's a lot behind why we raise prices. For us, or for anyone who's running a business, you have to look at what your costs are every single day or every month, right? That can be rent, that can be paying your coaches, that can be a service that you have come to the gym, which we have we have a spray service that comes in with, what's it called, Court? Like an antibacterial coating they spray. So you've got all these different services, right? And we want to continue providing the best quality service possible. And we know the only way we can do that is if we have the money to continue running the gym the way it should be ran. So we have to raise prices because every single year our base rent increases as well and our taxes increase. We've been charging the same prices since the very first location we were ever in. And the other day when we were cleaning out one of the drawers of the gym, we found a piece of paper that had like our monthly budget for the gym and our base rent. What's up?
Said it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was hard to look at. Our base rent was $1,100 a month, $1,100 a month. That was it. Now, it was $1,100 for a place that looked like an $1,100 facility, but we were able to grow out of that. We almost raised our rent by 5 times when we moved into the facility we're in now. We've been there for 5 years. Okay, so then the base rent went to about $5,500 a month and increased each year because there's this percentage that your rent increases every single year with commercial buildings. And then our 5 years ended, we re-signed our lease. Now our rent is almost $8,000 a month, right? So there's increases, and we're very transparent and authentic when it comes to stuff like this and letting people know, sorry about that, exactly what's happening. So as that increases, we had to make an increase on what we charge. What was unfortunate is that in the beginning, we didn't plan better and say, okay, when we open, we need to have something saying that prices will increase X% every year because all these different expenditures for us increase as well. So if this is ever something you're gonna do or something you're planning on doing for your business, just make sure you go about it the right way. We informed people ahead of time. We kind of started with people that had been there for a very long time just to let them know, hey, this would be happening. And then we started getting it out in the community more. Different reactions from people. We also set up kind of a number of like, hey, look, if we lose this many people, we know that we're still gonna be in business. But what we have to do is we have to think about our legacy that we're creating here in the Austin area for us, right? How can we best set ourselves up to be here for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years, providing the same quality service that we're providing? That is a pricing thing. We have to be able to cover our rent, cover our expenses. We want to have the best coaches in our facility as possible. We have to pay them. All these different things come into mind. And we said, okay, in order to continue doing this at the level that we're doing it, we have to increase our prices. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you do lose people to that switch, but I think that that's just part of business and it hurts us, but we have to continue moving on and keep providing as much value to everyone as we possibly can that's in the gym. Now, here's another thing that we're gonna be really focused on.
You should put that somewhere else.
Wow, I'm gonna stop hitting the table. Sorry about that, guys. It's literally balancing on a Yeti cup right now. Another thing that we're gonna be really focused on is having this inclusive but exclusive mentality. And let me explain that. We want to create an environment where people feel motivated and inspired and they're positive and they treat each other right every single day. And I think we've done a great job of doing that. But sometimes, people can leak in and you're like, man, I had a really bad experience with that person doing their free week of training, which we've also gotten rid of. So we're adding an onboarding process. The onboarding process is $99 for people to come in to the gym. They do a one-on-one sit down with the coach. They talk about their goals. They talk about their current fitness levels. They talk about nutrition. Day 2, they do a workout with the coach. Day 3, they get into a class. Now, during that time, it's a test drive for both them and us. When the person they are, how they act, how they respond, are they coachable? Are they kind to other people in class? Are they hard workers? It's not about what kind of shape they're in, right? That's not what we're worried about, or their experience in working out. We care about who they are at a core, because we know that the better fit they are for our environment, the more it's going to inspire people in classes to continue working hard. So that's another huge change that we're really excited about. And again, it goes to that some guys at a place in Utah called The Sect, where I got this wording from of inclusive. Anyone is welcome. Doesn't matter race, gender, political prep, all that stuff doesn't matter. Okay, what we care about is, are you willing to work hard? One, are you willing to show up on time, work hard, treat everyone in your class with respect, be coachable, and can you have fun, right? Can you enjoy the process? Those are the things that are important to us. So we're inclusive, we allow anybody in, but we're exclusive in the sense of who you are as at the core. That's what's really important to us. So that's some changes that are going on right now, guys. If you have questions on this, if you're like, man, I own a gym and I'm thinking about raising prices, and let me tell you this, the price change wasn't $10, okay? From the lowest membership that we had. So here's what we had before. We had 2 times a week was $160, 3 times a week was $210, 4 times a week was $250, 5 times a week was $270. We also had 3-month lump sum discounts. We had discounts for students. We had discounts for teachers. We had discounts for EMS. We had all these different, this hodgepodge of different choices, okay? So what we've done instead is now we go to an unlimited membership. And for people who are currently at our gym, right now it's what, February?
Almost March.
February 2019. For people who are currently here or who register for classes before March, they are in at $220 a month, unlimited classes. That's up to 6 classes a week. After March, any new member, not the existing members, any new member will pay $250 for unlimited classes up to 6 days a week. So when we look around at some of the other gyms around us, right, that are actually people who we think have quality, that's a pretty fair price. Now, depending on where you live, you may say, that's insane. I should move to Austin and I can do that there. Trust me, guys, it's hard grind to make it to this point here in Austin. And you have to make it suitable for where you live. So that's the change we made. So some people may think like, oh, price change, $5, what's the matter? No, it's up to $50 for some people on the high end. But we have people who also come 5 times a week who this is basically a price cut for them. So you have to find out what works right for you and what works right for your numbers on the back end so that you can sustain a viable business and something that's thriving and something that's constantly adapting and evolving. Because although I know that people are like us, we're in it to help people change their lives. If we're not making money, we can't continue to do that. So you have to make sure that that is part of what you're doing. You have income coming in to support you, your family, your coaches, their family, rent, and all those other things that go into it. So I'm gonna start making more of these videos, guys, even if it's just to sit down like this to give a recap of everything. But that's what's going on at OTL Fitness. Hit me up. Let me know if you guys have any questions.